BYD, world's #1 new energy car maker, who beat Tesla in their own game and now conquering Europe, but they barely sells any car in India. Why? Why are we not seeing them everywhere in India yet? How Indian cars are already dependent on them? And how is this story revealing a huge weakness in India? Let's start from the first point. You might not see them in Indian roads, but BYD is a Chinese automaker giant. They started as a battery manufacturer, but now they are known for their electric cars around the world, which can jump, moonwalk and park itself without your help. In other words, it is the Tarzan, just missing the Vimal in it. BYD's advantage is that they control almost every step of building a car, from start to shipping. This helps them offer the cars at a price competitors can't think of, and also helps them to launch a new car from concept to road faster, which is good for them but bad for consumers, as the latest model makes the previous model older faster, and the resale value drops significantly, which is already a big problem in EVs. BYD sells millions of electric vehicles in China, making it one of the biggest EV manufacturer in the country. While Gus never consumed his own products, BYD probably did not follow that rule, because some reports suggest they bought their own cars through shell companies to get the government incentives and then sold those cars in used car market. That made the sales number look high as fuck. Now the company is taking that efficiency outside China. And because I don't have a job, I asked my friend who works at an Indian IT company how it feels to work for more than 12 hours a day, and in response he asked for a sauce. What an idiot. I don't know what kind of sauce he likes. After Europe, Latin America, Southeast Asia, they are about to enter Canada. But even though they are winning in all those markets, in India they barely sold around 17,000 cars in the last 5 years. For comparison, Maruti sells around 5,000 cars a day. So what is stopping them from selling more cars in India? Indian regulations. India charges around 100% tariff on imported cars from other countries that do not have a free trade agreement with India. BYD wanted to invest $1 billion in India and set up a factory, but India said no for security concerns. And because they can't set up a factory in India yet, their cars are taxed higher. But how is our Indian cars are dependent on them? India stopped BYD from selling cars in huge quantity, but the tech is already everywhere in India, because Maruti and Mahindra uses BYD battery in their cars. Although Tata is setting up a plant to produce their own batteries in India, they also import batteries from other Chinese companies, and batteries are 40 to 50% cost of an electric vehicle. So indirectly, BYD is still winning in India, even if they don't sell enough finished product. But this is not the weakness. The weakness is a lot bigger than this. Think about it. Why would Indian companies buy batteries from Chinese companies? And no, it is not just because they are cheaper. The actual problem is how batteries are made. There are mainly two types of EV batteries: LFP, lithium iron phosphate, and NMC, nickel manganese cobalt. India has a lot of iron, but it is heavily import dependent on lithium, nickel, cobalt. And just like having a brain doesn't mean you have knowledge, the same way having the resources under our land doesn't mean we can make batteries from them. We first need to process these minerals to its purest form to be usable for batteries. Right now, China controls 90% of the processing of some of these minerals. This is probably one of the reasons why our government is not pushing EVs as hard as they're pushing for ethanol. So if you think BYD lost in India just because you don't see them, look deeper.